What's up, YouTube? Leaving work at a different time today, and this is what I get, so might have to get a little bit fancy with the bike riding today. As far as lane splitting goes, I really don't care. As long as they're, I'm not going to, fly by them at like 90 or something. I'm not all about that, but my rule is pretty much around 20 or so. If they go under 20 and it starts getting a standstill, I'll start splitting between. Now right here, it's just reading the traffic kind of thing. They're going around the 40s right now, but people love brakes. They love to randomly press the brake pedal, like they don't know what else to do. So you just gotta watch out for that for sure. Try not to put yourself in a terrible spot. And that's pretty much all riding, isn't it? I don't know what that guy's doing. And definitely watch all these cars changing lanes too. It's traffic, it's not fun. Whoa, look at that. And I'll just get over. It's just a tollway, so I definitely don't want to pay to sit still. But anywho, you can kind of see how I'm handling this. I think my exit's coming up, so I don't know what lane I want to be in really. I'm just kind of taking it as it goes here. But anywho, how y'all doing today? Y'all doing good? Scared the shit out of me. I don't know what it was. Ooh, what do we got there? Nice looking Mercedes. Anywho, got in the sidetracks a couple times. Sometimes traffic stops and you just don't. You know that feeling? I mean, I'm sure all these people are pissed off. Actually, I think I just heard one person honk at me. I understand it, because it sucks, because you can't do that. I mean, you could, but you're not gonna. So, yeah, it sucks for them. Nobody likes to be cut in, but I guess you're just gonna have to get over it. White Spy did a video a couple videos back about the bikes that he's owned, and I thought about doing a video like that, but it would be a very short video if I just went over the bikes I owned. Let's see what's happening here, because I've only had two. I've had fucking traffic. I've had that 2010 250 that he had. Bought it from him, obviously. And then I put a Yoshimura exhaust on it so that it was loud, and it was just that. It was insanely loud, mostly because I couldn't figure out how the baffle went in it, so I was pretty sure I didn't have one in it. unless it came all the way installed. But I don't think that was the case. I'm pretty sure we couldn't figure out the baffle situation. So I'm pretty sure it was unbaffled. So it was loud. It was definitely loud, which loud bikes save lives, and I believe that. Two rows on this bike. It bought it like that. I wasn't against buying the two rows though, so it probably wouldn't have stopped me from buying this bike, but it's on there now and I haven't changed it. And I mean, the loud pipes are, you know, the louder pipes are good. I don't have any problems with them, but this one was like loud. So it was a totally different loud. Especially something you didn't see from a 250. I think I had more than one people on different occasions ask me if it was like a 600 or something. One guy asked me if it was an 800. I remember him vividly because I couldn't comprehend what he was asking. He asked me if it was a Gixxer 800 or a Gixxer 600, and I just told him, yeah. I really don't want to go into that with him. It wasn't even that model. But I mean, hell, it said Ninja on the side of the bike in Kawasaki. You still want to ask me if it was a Gixxer 600 or the 800 version. You know, that one that they made. God dang people sometimes. But yeah. So, and then I bought this after that, and I was, and then had both bikes for a while, and sold the 250. And man, it was a fun bike. I kind of miss it. It had some fun qualities about it, for sure. Gas mileage was great. The carburetor was, having a carburetor was not the best. But after you got over that, after you ran a little bit with the carb set on choke, then it ran like a charm. But on cold mornings, not the easiest thing. Well, I mean, it was easy. You just had to run with the choke. When I leave at an early time in the day, I figure most people are up, but I'm sure there's some that aren't. And I lived in a little subdivision, and I mentioned it was loud, and it was really loud with the choke on, because obvious reasons, more RPM. So you'd be riding like 10 miles an hour through the subdivision. Oh, look at that, state trooper. Good thing y'all are going fast enough right now and I'll just split y'all. But, so yeah, it caused some issues there, but other than that, fantastic bike. I loved it. And then I got this one, and haven't turned away from it yet. Before good deal. All right, back to it. Before I met the White Spy again, we went to high school together, and then, after high school, we kind of did our own thing. But then we kind of ran into each other one time, and he was like, yeah, I got, sport bikes and such like that. And at the time, he had the 250, and he had just bought his 636 and was having it painted. But I met back up with him, and I was like, wow, I didn't know any. He wasn't the person in high school you would think that would ride bikes, I guess, because he wasn't really at school. So it's hard to picture him doing anything, because he was never there. No, that's just playing around. He had to be there to graduate, but he wasn't awake. But so when he had said that he rides sports bikes, I was a little bit shocking, I guess. Not like, oh my goodness, you know, but it kind of was. I mean, I didn't see him. I didn't think that would be something he'd be into, but obviously it was. And I had experience since I was little on dirt bikes and racing those in a pasture. So when he said I could ride his 250, I was like, let's do it. I think the first corner I went around, I put my foot down because I was used to dirt. And as soon as I got done with that corner, we rolled up a little bit and stopped in front of his apartment. I was like, you're not supposed to put your foot down when you turn, are you? And he's like, no, don't do that again. I was like, yeah, I figured that when I put it down, but I had so much habit into it, I couldn't help myself. So, but after that, it just kind of turned into, I want to buy this. And he's like, okay. And then, how long did I put on that? I put I don't know, put like 3,000 miles on it maybe. But that was probably only a few months. No more than 3, I wouldn't think. And then, I went to the dealership and bought this baby, and I put, let's see, 15 on it, almost 15, probably about 14.5 or so, really. And I've had it since the first part of last July, so not bad. I used to ride it every day to and from work. When I bought the 250, I had a car, and then I rode the 250 so much, you know, the car was kind of not needed. It was still summertime, and I knew a family member who needed a car, so I in turn gave my car up for her so she could have it. And I haven't had a car in my name since. All through the winter, I carpooled when necessary. So, and then most days I carpool to work now too, just for the reason of saving, you know, gas and miles. Otherwise, it would be way over how many miles I have now. I couldn't tell you how much I love this bike. When I went to go buy, I'd never had a 600 before, so I didn't really know which one to get. Had rode a couple, but you know, you don't really know. I think there's not too much difference, you know. Obviously, ride height and ride position is pretty much the biggest difference between brands. People are always talking about power between brands and such like that, but in the end, they're all going to hit the same top speed, or they're too close to it. So I didn't really worry about that too much. Brands, I looked for a good bike that I knew that had a good reputation, you know. And I had to go through the dealer. I didn't have like cash in hand. I didn't feel like saving up and waiting. I was quite impatient, so I just went out and bought one. And it was, well, I mean, let's see, it wasn't the first one I saw. I went and saw some other ones first. But when I saw this one, they had it up for a reasonable price. It wasn't like a deal or anything. It was a reasonable price. And it had, I knew the one thing I was looking for was how many miles it had already on it. And this one had within my range of what I was okay with. So pulled the trigger on it. Couldn't have been happier. Love the Kawasaki and the ZX6R brand. But I guess I'm going to get back to battling some traffic, and I will talk to y'all next time. Peace out.